lower elementary. Today we're going to talk about handwriting. And some of you have an orange handwriting book that looks like this. You may have a blue booklet, and you may also have a folder that says handwriting on it, and the pages are within. You will need a sharp pencil with a good eraser if you have it. Now for extra practice, you can get your whiteboard. Some of you have a real whiteboard. Some of you have this thinner whiteboard and maybe a clipboard with it. And if you don't have a whiteboard, you could get any sort of paper for extra practice. It could even be the back of something that you've already worked on. And you could just use your pencil on it, or you could get a marker out or a crayon, colored pencil. Of course, with the dry erase boards, you'll need your dry erase marker. And I'm just going to use a piece of a paper towel as my eraser for the whiteboards because I don't have a special whiteboard eraser. Okay, now we're going to begin practicing our letters. I'm using the orange booklet, but each booklet starts with the same letter. I forgot to mention that you need a hard and sturdy surface and a nice place to sit so that you can do your best writing. Let's start with the letter C. Along the top, they will give you instructions on how to make the letter. So let's start there. Magic C. Magic C. Travel the line. Slide up and over. Magic C. Travel the line. Slide up and over. Come back and make a new C. All right. On these rows, you trace the one that they've given you, and then everywhere you see a dot, you create your own. So, magic C. The rows below are working on connections, connecting magic C with another letter. C to a C. Notice how I don't pick my pencil up until I finish, from the start to the finish. It's one of the wonderful things about cursive. Finished. Now I like to go back and pick my very favorite, the one I think I did the best on, and I think I'm going to go with this one. Give it a star. Now we're we're going to take a look at the letter A, which has very similar, actually identical start to the magic C. I practiced earlier. Let me erase these so we can start together. Okay. Begin with magic C, magic C, up like a helicopter, and then we're going to bump the line. Magic C, up like a helicopter, bump the line. And last, we're going to come down and travel away. Magic C, up like a helicopter, back down, travel away. Now working on connections to other letters. Oh, one more. Oh, I got ahead of myself. I wanted to keep writing. There we go. And then you're going to complete the other rows of connections, and then you can go back and choose the one you felt like looks like the best. Now let's take a look at the letter D. This is another letter that starts by making a magic C. Magic C. Up like a helicopter. Up even higher. Back down, bump, and travel away. Magic C, up like a helicopter, back down, travel away. Okay, let's work on some connections. I find it helpful to remember that I always start on these letters with magic C. Keep working until you have completed all the connection practice. Now that you know how to make 3 letters using the magic C, you're going to start seeing more practice. So you have more practice on this page of connecting the 3 letters you've learned so far, as well as writing in the lowercase letter next to its cursive capital. Now we're going to take a look at the letter G, which is also one that begins with magic C. Here we go. Magic C. Up like a helicopter and bump. Back down Go back down and then turn, aim for the corner, and travel away. Down, turn the corner, travel away. Turn and aim for the corner. And then you're going to practice some connections. Now, your book may not have as many connections, and that's okay. You do what's available to you, and now we're going to talk about how to get some extra practice. If you're using the orange book, you will keep going until you come to the end of page 13. Let's look at extra practice. Okay, now let's look at some extra practice. First, if you have a regular whiteboard, you're going to start with Magic C, and then below that, make an A. Below that, a D, which is once again Magic C. Up like a helicopter, back down and away. And then G, Magic C, down, aim for the corner, travel away. Then you can fill the row with C's, fill the row with A's, fill this row with D's, and with G's. You could even connect some. Magic C, up, travel away. Fill the row. Aim for the corner. Now let's look at practice with a different whiteboard. If you have the smaller whiteboard, you really can do the same thing. Start with Magic C, then A, D, and G. And once again, you can fill the row. And then I keep going until my row is full. And then you can use your eraser if you have one. If not, a dry paper towel works just as well. Now, if you don't have a whiteboard, you can get just a scrap piece of paper. And I went and got a blue marker because I just thought that would be fun and different. And you can do the same thing. C, A, D, G. And then you're going to fill the rows. I'm going to start with G this time. I like making G's. And after you fill your rows, you can keep practicing as long as you would like.